What's going on, crypto family? This is Sean coming back at you, another cryptocurrency video. Before we get started, make sure you go ahead and check us out on our link tree right here, Bitcoin Bros 101. And we have a special offer on our Patreon, patreon.com/Bitcoin Bros. We have a $5 a month tier that's not going to last forever. So make sure you check this out. Getting straight into the video right now, what we're looking at is Chainlink and quite a few other things in the market. It's going to be a jam-packed video, so make sure you watch to the end. So look at Chainlink. Chainlink has been having this round and bottom pattern, and the downward resistance, Chainlink actually did break out, and this looks very bullish. Where could we see this going? Now, if we look at this, and if Chainlink does come back up to the previous all-time high, which is around $21.9 billion, and then gets a slight rejection, this could be forming yet another inverse head and shoulders pattern. And if you see this here, if we come up and then get rejected briefly, and then look at this, where could Chainlink go? Well, we already mapped this out for you to see where the technical target is, because you have to pull it down from the neckline to the lowest point of this and then pull it out to where the breakout point would be. Where would Chainlink be going up to? Roughly $200 billion. That's a 20x from now. And if you 20x the price, that takes Chainlink in the $300 to $400 range. That's not out the realm of possibility when this bull market ramps up. We haven't even started the fun time yet. We'll show you why before the end of this video. Once again, the total three, as you see here, we came down, fell through this green line, which acted as support, and support, fell through, hit our head once, twice, third time's a charm. We busted through this, and look at, we topped out in the bull market, but guess what? We never came back down and retested it. So retested, flipping resistance to support to have a continuation to the upside. Right now, we're holding this level, and these could be buy opportunities for the alt market. Once again, this is a total 3 minus USDT divided by Bitcoin. When this price action goes up, these are alt rallies. When this falls down, that's when you want to be in Bitcoin. Dave the Wave is weighing in. This histogram is showing when the peak could be using the LMACD. What he's showing is every time we hit our head, that's the peak. Hit your head, peak, hit your head, peak. Well, look here. When could we hit our head? Sometime in the middle of 2023. Could we be getting extremely overbought? You know, time will tell. L Crypto Prof is weighing in. Right now, he's showing a target that he's been calling out for quite some time now. 62,000. Bitcoin is there right around the current time it's recording. What's next in the charts? Well, if you look here, there's a brief pullback every single time. So are we going to get a pullback once again going into the halving before we test this once, twice? Is a third time a charm, or do we have to come back a fourth time? And he's also saying that the altcoin market is starting because of this Gaussian channel where we're at, but also we're seeing this bullish cross of the Goner EMA. Every time this black line crosses above the orange, what happens? Blast off. This just happened this month, so what's the next 6 months about to look like? It could get very bullish. And then another total 3 chart, looking here. The last time we broke through this macro resistance level, flip to support, blast off, blasted through, flip to support, blast off. This has all happened this year, guys. So could this be a left translated cycle that we've talked about in our previous video? When could this happen? Bitcoin dominance actually broke through macro resistance that's been in place since October of 23. Now, what does this mean? Is this the end of alts? No, that doesn't mean this. If we look back in this chart here, we see that the last time we ran to this downwards resistance level, we fell off a cliff. This downward resistance level is coming up. The intersection is roughly around June of this year. So once we hit this downwards resistance, will we test it a few times and then fall down? And will that be the alt rally everybody's waiting for? Another update from Tech Dev, shout out to him on this one. This is the VI indicator that he spotted out, and we'd actually plotted this for you to take a look at this because you see something interesting below. Let's get rid of this RSI. This corresponds every time it passes through this level here. This is on the monthly chart, mind you. Every time it passes through this level here, this is when the bull market actually begins. And if you see here, once we peak out, that's the top, fall back through, bear market. Blast through from there, bull market. Once we hit the top of this, that wasn't the peak, but you know, one of these touch points was the peak. And then we fell back through, bear market. Once we get back above it, bull market. And this actually was the peak almost perfectly. And then once we got back through it, bear market. And look we just broke through it just now. Bitcoin has been rallying over the past few months. We might get a little bit of a cool off, but once we get up here towards this green line, you see it's putting in higher highs and higher highs. What's that price target going to be? Buckle up. And MicroStrategy's been in the news. MicroStrategy has been melting faces. But one thing you need to pay attention to, every time Michael Saylor sells off some stock to buy Bitcoin for MicroStrategy's balance sheet, it's increasing the MSTR Bitcoin per share. So if you look at this, if you own 100 shares of MicroStrategy, right now it's 0.13 Bitcoin per share. So it's like buying Bitcoin. That's what this is. That's why once you get this and understand this, you might look at MicroStrategy a little bit differently. But if you own 100 shares right now, the price of MicroStrategy is around $100,000. So 0.013, 100,000 times 0.013, you're looking at 1.3 Bitcoin. That's the valuation. Does that make sense? Once you understand that MicroStrategy is denominating their stock prices in per Bitcoin share, this will change the game. Once other companies understand this, this will cause FOMO for publicly listed companies, which is FOMO that you have never seen yet. And they're lying to you. Look at this. New York Times, stock spotlights, most active. Look here. All these are up a few percentage points. Axon's up 13.8%. You know, why is MicroStrategy not on this list? This is interesting. Well, look at MicroStrategy. Current time it's recording, it's around $1,000. Actually, we peaked out today up to around 1030. We were over 1,000. It's sort of teetering around the $1,000 mark, but this is extremely bullish for this stock, and it's been outperforming all of these stocks right here. So keep that in mind. They're never going to tell you what's to come for big players in the game. And then look at here, retail still asleep. This is over the past 5 years. When Bitcoin gets up to these levels, that's when the market's extremely euphoric. We're still down in this floor at 19. Okay, Bitcoin, let's look at cryptocurrency. Maybe cryptocurrency is a little bit better. It's flat. It's almost not even existent. What about altcoins? Some altcoins have been doing good, right? Okay, altcoins, they are trending upwards, so this could indicate some type of alt rally. So once again, we just showed you that. And then let's look at MicroStrategy. MicroStrategy has actually been pretty high on this chart. Why? Because the stock just hit over $1,000, and that's extremely euphoric. This is just beginning, guys. As you see, this is the early innings of the bull run. What's the next 12 months going to look like? This could get extremely parabolic to the upside. We hope you're prepared. And with that, I'm Sean with the Bitcoin Bros. If you guys like this content, go ahead and smash that like button. Don't forget to check out the Bitcoin Bros Patreon if you want more exclusive content from us. We appreciate your support there. And with that, that's all I have for you today, and I'm out.